2.5% right now. But Anuj is back with us. Anuj, market opening decent actually, not so much frontliners, but the broader market is surging now, something that we were speaking about yesterday as well. How would you read into it?
Yeah, I think good opening, and the bank Nifty could be the area to focus on. I think, Sonia, just keep an eye on RBL Bank. Like I mentioned, perhaps, I would wait for market's verdict on the numbers. And after opening down, this is one stock which has seen a big uptick out of F&O ban as well. So I think for the day, I'll keep an eye on this stock. This could get very interesting looking at the first green bar that you're seeing, and the bank Nifty still perhaps has some shorts. So that could be the area to focus on. 180 points higher right now on the bank Nifty. But we have, let's thank our technical experts for taking us through market opening. We have Gautam Shah now joining us, founder and chief strategist at Goldlocks Premium Research. Gautam, good morning. Thanks a lot for joining us. What are the odds now that this market goes to all-time high this year itself?
Morning, Anuj. The odds are high, but you want to take it one step at a time given the kind of environment that you are dealing with currently. Yes, markets have enjoyed a fabulous run in the last couple of months. I think this is a rally that has to be given importance because every time there has been a correction, it's been extremely shallow. There hasn't been any momentum. Every time the Nifty has seen this 100-200 point dip. And there are too many factors batting in favor of the bulls. You have great participation coming from a number of sectors. India VIX is sustaining below levels of 25, 26. The technical setup, every time it gets overbought, gets digested with just some sideways action. And broadly, I think this is a market which is disregarding any possible bad news. And I think that's the best way to, read it. So I would say that clearly there is a lot more upside. I think our working target has been about 11,350 to 11,400. So it's a mini barrier. But if the market is able to clear this, which I think is my view, we could move to levels of around 11,600, where I think the bulls are going to get a challenge. So this is still a buy on dip market. One should stay in the game. There are a lot of opportunities across sectors. This is a banking-free bull market, which is something that we are seeing after a period of almost 5 years. And I think, many sectors are likely to do much better over the coming weeks and months.
Okay. Well, I just want to point out one thing, Sonia. Tata Coffee, of course, is doing very well. But look at specialty restaurant. We didn't realize the Ceros survey pointing to something positive. Maybe it means that specialty restaurant also will see more restaurants getting opened.
I think you are more excited than anyone out there on the street because some of your favorite brands are from specialty restaurant. But anyway, I mean, it's good to see, right, that consumption is picking up. Gautam, hi, good morning. I want to pick up on that point you made, banking-free rally. What do you mean? Has the baton been passed from banks to other heavyweights like technology? Should we read it like that?
Yes, Sonia, I think the baton has been passed. I think in the last 5 years, every time the Nifty did well, we looked at the banks. Obviously, the banks lower in the month of March. But now with what has happened in the last couple of months, it's pretty clear that, the Nifty has recovered almost 70% of its fall, whereas the bank is just about done 35 to 40%. And I think this is a trend which is likely to continue because when we look at some relative strength charts, what is banking's loss is now IT and the gain of Reliance. And I think this is a trend that could continue for many, many months. So banking is clearly a laggard and is going to remain this way going forward.
Okay. Good morning, Gautam. As you said, the baton has been passed on to Reliance and tech stocks. Can you read the charts for Reliance, for instance, and any of the tech, maybe TCS, Infosys?
Well, honestly, for Reliance, you don't need to read the charts. You just need to read news. I think that's just propelled this stock higher. And it's going to continue this way. It's a mega trend that is playing out in Reliance. Something that played out in a Bajaj Finance or an SDFC bank many years back is right now playing out in Reliance. And this is going to continue. So we have been recommending our subscribers to just stay in the game. I think this is a stock that will keep adjusting itself every time it gets a little overbought. But I do see another 20-25% upside very easily over the next 3 to 6 months. So it has to be one of your top picks in any portfolio. IT, it's coming back, after a very long time. It's trading at lifetime highs, one of the first popular sectors to trade at lifetime highs. And if you really look at the relative strength chart versus the Nifty, it tells you that this outperformance is going to continue over the next 6 to 12 months. But now I think the focus is going to shift to some of the other names. We always keep talking about Infosys and TCS, but all of the other names, the 6 or 7 names after these two are the ones where the bigger opportunity is. And that's where I think one should focus on.
Okay, by the way, just don't lose sight of Ultratech Cement. That's just moving one way higher, and that perhaps is a big move. Your thoughts on cement, Gautam? That's making a bit of a comeback. All the big stocks, in fact.
Well, yes, it looks good, Anuj, but not as good as some of the other sectors. I think even cement has a lot of catch up to do, and that's exactly what it's doing right now. So there might be a near-term trading opportunity. But I think the dark horse, according to us, is metals. The sector was in a bear market for a couple of years. We've seen this nice recovery in the last couple of months. A foundation has been laid to a much larger recovery. And from current levels of about 2150, 2200, we see the metals index moving up towards 2350 and eventually 2700. So I think metals, which has been disregarded by a lot of market participants for a couple of years now for the right reasons, I think is my dark horse for the next 6 to 12 months. And I think metals might do what auto has done in the last couple of months. So these two pockets in the market look very